So, welcome back to the Football Heritage, and we back again with today. We are here to look at Manchester United transfer because the transfer window closed, and I'm here to grade the transfer window of Man United, the summer transfer window, and I think, in my humble opinion, the transfer window was bank average because we didn't do enough in the transfer. It was not good enough. We only address one side of the pitch, which is the attacking side. Bringing in Brian Bomo, Benjamin Sheshko, and Matthias Cunha was good. Absolutely good. Because if you look at, even though we have not seen much from Benjamin Sheshko, but the little I have seen from him, he is an upgrade on Rashmore Hoyland. So fantastic. We upgraded in the number 9 position. And if you look at Ganacho and Matthias Cunha, we upgraded in our position. So Ganacho, Matthias Cunha replacing Alejandro Ganacho, we did well in that position. And looking at Brian Bomo replacing Rashford in the team, that is an upgrade. Brian Bomo is a proven Premier League player who scored 20 league goals last season. And looking at Rashford last 2 season performance, he was absolutely terrible, atrocious. So that is an improvement. Adding Mbomo to the team is an improvement. And we did well in the striking area. We brought in 3 fantastic players. Absolutely brilliant business. But we shouldn't act like that was the only area we're supposed to address. The striking position was not the only department we needed to address in our team. Knowing fully well this is a team that finished 15th place last season in the Premier League, we needed to overhaul the entire squad. We needed to sign at least 6 starting players. At least we should have signed 6 players that will start this season. But what did we do? We only signed 3. We only signed 3. It's not good enough. We lost so many players and we only signed 3. We lost Sancho, Garnacho, Anthony, Rashford. So, why are we only addressing the attacking area of the pitch? Look at our Midfield. We did well in signing attacker, proven Premier League players in Brian Bomo and Matthias Cunha. Brilliant business. However, we needed to sign a proven goalkeeper and at least a midfielder and a right wing back. Because if you look at the system the coach play with, it is a system that need the 2 full back, the 2 wing back to be effective. That system strive mainly on the 2 wing back. They are pivotal in the system, the 2 wing back. But what do we have? We have Dalot. We just have Dalot and Patrick Dogu. We needed to sign a player like Dumfries. It doesn't have to be Dumfries as the right wing back, but of Dumfries' quality from Inter Milan. Because the system that Amorim plays with, He needs a wing back to be effective. He needs quality wing back. We didn't do any of that. We didn't address the right wing back position. Ama, he plays well at the wing back position, but he's not a wing back. We needed a proper right wing back in that position for the team to be effective. So we fall short in that position. We don't have a proper right wing back. We needed to sign one. We didn't sign any. Let's go to the central midfield. We needed to sign at least one, if not two. We needed to sign at least one CDM, if not two. We are so short in that position. Our midfield, there are a lot of midfield in the Premier League better than our midfield. I can just name a few. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, Newcastle, Spurs. A lot of teams in the Premier League, they have a better midfield than Manchester United. Do you expect that midfield to go away to Crystal Palace, to Brighton, to dominate? I'm not naming the big boys in the Premier League. I'm just naming you mid-table team. You don't expect. Look, Bruno is not a central midfielder. He is a number 10. That is his position. He is a number 10 player. So, bringing Bruno deep is not helpful. He is not disciplined enough for that position. He's somebody who is very careless. He always gives the ball away. You don't need somebody deep that will keep giving the ball away. Because if you are playing that deep, and anytime you give the ball away, it's going to be a danger. Anytime you give the ball away, you turn the ball over, it may cause a lot of goals. Every time Bruno turns the ball over, it's dangerous. And he is a player who doesn't take care of the football properly. So, Amorim bringing Bruno deep to play, that is a mistake. I don't think Bruno should be playing deep. So we needed to sell a CDM and we didn't do it. Casemiro, look, Bruno is one. So right now, we have 4 midfielder and a Costa 2. So 2 will be on the bench to start the game. But it doesn't matter who we pair in our central midfield. We're going to have problem. Let's go to Casemiro. Casemiro 5-6 years ago, yes, he was quality, no doubt. He was a phenomenal footballer. But Casemiro of today, he lets her go. He barely runs. He cannot pass the ball. He cannot run. He cannot tackle properly. So, the midfield is not functioning well. Casemiro should be nowhere near Manchester United starting lineup. But he is the one we are depending on for this season. Casemiro. Many teams will run through our midfield any given Saturday or Sundays. Many teams in the Premier League will run through our midfield any given match day. Ugarte, he has been out of form. He didn't start well. Even when he came on, he didn't play well. He has been struggling. And he is not a ball-playing midfielder. Ugarte will be very effective in a midfield 3. But in a midfield 2, you need 2 players in a midfield 2 that have engine and that can retain the ball properly, that can play football properly. Ugarte, he's a good destroyer, but he is not a ball-playing midfielder. Also, he's struggling. Kobe, he is slow. He is good technically, gifted. He is good on the ball, but he is very, very slow. Kobe Mainoo is very, very, very slow. He will be effective in a midfield 3. But in a midfield 2, Kobe Mainoo If he is playing in a midfield too, he needs a player like Casido along with him, or Casado from Chelsea, who has engine that he doesn't get tired the entire game. He needs player like that to play alongside him. A player like Casado or Gulo Kante in a prime. If you play a Kobe Meno in a midfield too, you need to play him with a Casado, with N'Golo Kante in a prime, with a Baliba, with midfielder that has engine that doesn't get tired. But you cannot pair Kobe with Bruno. The midfield will get problem in the midfield. That doesn't mean that certain time of the game that we will not dominate. That is obvious. As there is no way a team will get dominated the entire game. It's difficult. So no matter how trash the midfield is, certain part of that game, even you playing a relegated team, certain part of the game, even at 4-5 minutes, that team going to dominate for that period. But our midfield is not good enough, and we didn't address it. You play Kobe where you got it, there will still be problem. You play Kobe with Casemiro, there will be problem. The both of them are slow. Casemiro doesn't have the legs to get around the pitch no more. So there will be serious problem. So this is the issue. And the ball, they made a bid for Baliba. Was that a bluff? Was that a bluff? The bid they made for Carlos Baliba. If Brighton told you they are not selling Baliba, what stop you for going to other target? There is no way that you will only have one target. Every team, when they go to the transfer window, if they're looking for a CDM, they have the number 1 choice CDM, the number 2, the number 3, and the number 4. If you go to the number 1 target, you don't get the number 1 target, go to the number 2 target, you don't get the number 2 target, you go to the number 3 target. But what did the board do? They just went, they inquired about Carlos Baliba. Brighton told them Carlos Baliba was not for sale. And the board decided to walk away and never and ever try to get another midfielder in. That was a huge mistake. We needed somebody in the middle of the park. It was a huge mistake. Because many days, many games, our midfield will get overrun by opposition team. Because the midfield is not good enough. We only have 3 central midfielders in our team. Bruno is not a central midfielder. The coach is trying to play him in he is playing Bruno in a position, but Bruno is not a central midfielder. You can see he is not disciplined enough to play that position. So this was a huge mistake. It may come back to bite us. We should have addressed that position. It's a crucial position. The midfield battle, if you are not winning the midfield battle, you're going to lose a lot of games. Because there where games are lost and win. You have to win your midfield battle. We have only 3. And the 3, one already passed his best. He's done. If we were a serious football club, Casemiro will be nowhere near Manchester United starting team. He should be nowhere near our starting lineup if we were a serious football club. Because Casemiro, he's finished. And yet, for the past 3 Premier League games, he started all. He started the 3 Premier League games. And he has passed his best. And the coach is forcing Bruno in that position. So, why the team didn't buy just one number 10? Because we have a lot of number 10s. We have Bruno Fernandes or 10. Joshua Zexi or 10. Amad Diallo or 10. So why we didn't buy just one, Cunha or Buemo, just buy one of them and try to buy a central midfielder? Because we already have Amad who can play in the 10, Zexi can play in the 10, Bruno can play in the 10. So we should have bought only 1 10 and focus on the middle. That's what we should have done. Bad one number 10, bad central midfielder, 1 or 2 central midfielder. Because this system that Amorim plays with, you need central midfielder like a Casino type of midfielder, or Vitinha type of midfielder, and pair along with a Casino type of midfielder, or ball controlling midfielder, and a midfielder who doesn't get tired, who just press through all the game. You need midfielder like that in the middle of the park. In the system, for it to be effective, you need a kind of midfielder. And let's go to the goalkeeping issue. Why we didn't sign a goalkeeper early on in the season? Why we have to allow ourselves to play 3 games before signing a goalkeeper? We knew from the beginning that Andre Onana, he was shit. He's shit. He should be nowhere near Manchester United. Bayindi is also shit. We know our first choice and second choice, they are shit. So why the team didn't sign goalkeeper in June or July before the season start? Why we have to allow the season to start, play 3 Premier League games? We lost because of goalkeeping error against Arsenal. We should have never and ever lost that game. The way we play against Arsenal, the way we perform in that game, and the manner in which Arsenal got their goal, we should have never lost that game. So this is on the ball. Why you not getting players in early? Why you didn't get a goalkeeper in early? We lost that game because we didn't have a decent goalkeeper. Now even Walker, just a decent goalkeeper, the goal Arsenal score, they will never score that goal if we had a decent goalkeeper. And I don't know the kid, Lamen or what his name is. I don't know the kid. I've never seen him play. He's 23, so he's not a kid no more. So a lot of people saying, oh, he's a kid, but he is not a kid. I made a mistake to call him kid. He's not a kid. He's 23 years old. 23 years in football, he is approaching his prime. He's 23. He's not a kid. But I've never ever seen him play. So I hope it worked. But I would have gone for Martinez in the short term. Because right now, we just need a decent goalkeeper to stop the calamities that are going on in that department. To stop going into game, everybody, the entire defense in fear, that confidence level on the floor because of the guy behind them. Because of the goalkeeper. So we needed a goalkeeper who is commanding in that area. So because I don't know, I'm not part of the scouting department. I've never seen him play, so I can't say much about him. The goalkeeper that Manchester United signed, I've never seen him play, and I'm not going to just look at Halle and just talk about him. No, oh, he's the best goalkeeper ever, or he's the worst. Nope. Halle can be deceiving because if you compare mistakes, every goalkeeper, even the best, Gianluigi Buffon, Casilla, Edwin Van der Sar, you can make a compilation of their errors, and if you just put their errors together, you show it to someone who had never seen them before, they will tell you this goalkeeper is a terrible goalkeeper. So people putting his error together to put it on social media, I will not just look at those errors to grade him, because every goalkeeper in the world makes error. And I will not also, at the same time, I will not go look at all the brilliant saves he made to decide whether he's good. Because at Manchester United, the pressure is different. This is a big club. Sometimes you can be good in a smaller team or a team that don't have pressure, but you come to Manchester United, the pressure is so immense. A lot of players, they crumble under the pressure. A lot of players, they crumble. When they go to Manchester United, they crumble because of the pressure. The pressure from the mainstream media, the pressure from all over. Manchester United is the most scrutinized football club in England. So that it is a pressure. Playing for Manchester United comes with huge pressure. So I don't know whether that 23-year-old will handle the pressure. So But I would have gone for Martinez in a short term, at least 1 or 2 seasons. Then we can sign the goalkeeper that we want. But the club decided to go with the young 23-year-old goalkeeper. I don't have no problem, but I hope it works because we really need this. Buying the and Onana, I don't even want them to be number 2. Tom Heaton or a goalkeeper for the academy can be the number 2 goalkeeper because there is no need. Buying the no youth goalkeeper can be worse than buying the or Onana. And let me just address the last situation before I go because this is just a short life. So let me just give my trap. So I've talked about the player we signed and what we should have done. So the grading average 5 or 10. The transfer window was 5 or 10. It was not good enough. Just 5 or 10. It was signed an amazing goalkeeper and at least one midfielder with all a wing back, I was giving it like 7 or 10. But it was signed a proper wing back, two proper central midfielder and a goalkeeper. I was giving the transfer window 9.5 or 10. But the way things stand right now, the way we did our transfer, I'm not satisfied. It was not good enough. It was not good enough, so I rate the transfer window 5 or 10. 5 or 10, that's it. And this is not good enough, especially we are chasing the teams that are already good. Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, probably Man City. They are already good. But we're not that far from City. City is trash. But especially Liverpool, Arsenal, we are chasing them. So we need to recruit properly. We need to recruit properly. So the last thing I just want to address, this summer, Andre Onana went back to Manchester United for preseason and he had the audacity to ask for new contract with pay rise. Sometimes I wonder whether Onana is aware of the reality or he lives in utopia. Does Onana aware of what's happening? Is he aware of his quality? Is he aware of his blunders? I ask this question because who in a restful mind, who in a rest sense, after costing a team so many points from the time he stepped at Old Trafford, he has cost us more points than any other person in the history of the football club. But he had the audacity to walk and knock on the office that he wants a new contract with a pay rise. How dare you? Are you not aware that you single-handedly, in your first season, Manchester United in the Champions League, we dropped in the group stage. We were eliminated from the Champions League in the group stage. All because of Andre Onana. He single-handedly eliminated Manchester United from the Champions League in your first in the group stage. So many errors upon errors every game. And he had the audacity to come back to the club during the preseason to ask for new contract with a pay rise. Is he aware of his surrounding? Is Onana actually aware of the reality? Is he aware that he's a terrible goalkeeper? Is he aware that he is worse than a Sunday League goalkeeper? That he has cost us more points than any other goalkeeper in the history of the football club? That he is the worst goalkeeper ever in the history of Manchester United? Is Andre Onana aware? How dare you? The reason there was about 20% salary reduction in every player salary because it is in your contract. If the team fail to qualify from Europe, It will affect your salary. Y'all were shit. We can blame all the coaching we want, but why the player not put? Why y'all didn't put in effort? So because every player at the football club lost some money because they think they didn't qualify for Europe. Then Andre Onana went to the club asking for new contract with a pay rise. Onana, let me ask you, if you trash at your job, an average man who works in a factory, if he's trash, he's not meeting target, and he is having whole lot of problem at work, damaging equipment, causing a lot of trouble, making the company to lose money. Will he ever ask for promotion with a pay rise? Will he ask for a pay rise? Never. He may even get fired. But because you guys are protected, the reason why you guys cannot get fired, because if the club fire you, they got to pay the rest of your contract off to you. This is the reason you stay at the football club. You should have been long gone. You are a terrible goalkeeper. You should have never ever, you should never and ever wear the jersey of the football club again. Never should Onana stay between the posts for the football club again. How dare you ask for new contract or pay rise? You are the worst thing that ever happened to the football club. The worst thing that ever happened to Manchester United was Erik ten Hag. But he will never and ever find peace. Ten Hag is cursed. We the fan, we will curse you every day. You will never find peace, Erik ten Hag. Everywhere you go, you will be disgraced. The calamity, the destruction you caused our football club. The worst thing to happen to Manchester United was Erik ten Hag. It was because of him we have Onana, the worst goalkeeper in Manchester United history. Because of Erik ten Hag, we have Onana. The worst goalkeeper in our history because of Ten Hag. Look at Anthony, another player, Anthony. Trash. For 85 million pounds, we signed Anthony. And what did he do? But the media will not talk about it. You have many players. How many players from the football club, they refuse to go except to a particular club? Anthony, there were bid from other clubs that were better than the money Real Betis signed him for. He refused. That he only wanted to go to Betis. And he wanted Manchester United because Betis couldn't match the salary Manchester United were paying him. He wanted Manchester United to pay him off. Can you imagine? You are being a terrible servant, say you join, but the football club should pay you off. Even though other teams wanted you, they wanted to even pay you more, but you refuse. So you want to join Betis. But because Betis will not pay you the money Manchester United paying you, you want Man United to pay you off before you go to Betis. Sancho, another one. He's on loan now to Aston Villa. He refused to go to Roma. He refused to go to all the football clubs that wanted to sign him permanently. Because no club will pay him the money that Manchester United paying him. Hold the club at ransom. Another one, Sancho. Garnacho, he sat on his ass that he only wanted to join Chelsea. Even though Napoli and other clubs wanted him, he refused to go. Like he will only join Chelsea. So these footballers, they are protected. But the average man is not protected at his job. You get fired, you're not receiving, you don't even have a contract. They have contract. You terminate a contract, you pay them off for the rest of the contract. So, if you are not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. The link is in the description. So before I go, please do, you can share, you can subscribe. And if you want if you want to be part of the football heritage, you can leave a comment with your email or whatsoever. I can contact you and I will bring you on. I will give you our schedule. Anytime we coming on, I will be able to bring you on too if you want to. So thank you for tuning in, and you guys can have a blessed evening or a blessed night. So peace. I'm out of here.